Welcome everyone to a brand new video. My name is Matt. I cover gaming content here at Nerd Enthusiast as well as music content and a variety of other things. That's why I'm here today. I'm going to be covering Sonic 2, which I just saw last night. I'm going to start out spoiler free, just have a brief discussion about, the cast, the plot, stuff like that, and then I'll get into some spoilers at the end. So let's start out with the plot. According to the plot description, Sonic is ready for more freedom, and Tom and Maddie agree to leave him alone while they go on vacation. But no sooner are they gone when Dr. Robotnik comes back, this time with a new partner, Knuckles, in search for an emerald that has the power to both build and destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick Tails, and together they embark on a journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. So that's the, plot description there for you guys, so spoiler free, all that good stuff. So what did I think of the movie? Overall, I thought the movie was good, not great. They did a fantastic job of incorporating different plot points, the characters, and just regular video game Easter egg stuff was all implemented very well in the movie. What I wasn't crazy about was like the human sort of family interactions. I thought they were kind of a little weird and awkward that, Tom and Maddie, who are the two main human characters other than Robotnik himself. They have Sonic as like a family member now, and I felt that was kind of like, I don't know, just kind of strange. I don't know. It didn't bother, my wife, but I thought it was kind of weird. But I would still recommend seeing these films, especially if you were like a fan of Sonic games, or, if you have young children. I think it would be a great movie to take them to, especially if they've seen the first one. If you guys haven't watched the first one, go watch the first one. I feel like the first one's a little bit better than the second one, honestly. And one of the things that really stands out in the film is the cast. They did a great job of casting pretty much all the characters in there. I mentioned Tom and Maddie, that's played by James Marsden and Tika Sumpter. Those are the two human characters that are essentially make up Sonic's family. The more important to the story characters would be, Sonic is played by Ben Schwartz, who does an awesome job. Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik. Tails is played by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and all those did excellent jobs, but the thing that stood out the most to me was how good of a job Idris Elba did with Knuckles. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like Knuckles or not, but I mean, it started out pretty strong right away, but the more you watch the film, the voice acting for Knuckles is just spot on. Then the other highlights, of course, Tails had like minor parts of the game, nothing that really stood out too much. Sonic is always great by Ben Schwartz, and Jim Carrey just really nails Dr. Robotnik. Just, implementing Jim Carrey within that character is fantastic. And I can't imagine Sonic being the same without Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik at this point. At least in the films anyways. Alright, so now I want to get into some spoilery sort of stuff. I'm not going to go over like the whole ending of the movie or anything. You guys should just go watch. I'm not going to ruin necessarily all of it, but there will be some spoilers here, and I guess one thing will be from the end of the movie, so just be warned. I would watch the movie before continuing any further. Spoilers. So the main plot point of the movie is getting the Chaos Emerald. The Master Emerald is actually the main emerald, but the smaller Chaos Emeralds make up that one, which is, that's essentially from the game, which is cool, using that, original idea of gaining all the Chaos Emeralds to, like, truly beat the game. To go into a few of the Easter eggs, we have Tom's phone ringing, and it was the music from Green Hill Zone, which was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Another one of my favorites was when they went to the coffee shop. It was named Mean Bean. Of course, that's in reference to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine, which was released on Sega Genesis and later on Game Gear. This I wouldn't say is an Easter egg, but it's just an important thing to have in general. When the movie started out with Knuckles, he goes over like an edge at one point, and you're not sure what's going to happen. But if you play the games, you know that Knuckles can climb with using his knuckles, essentially his hands, like, can dig into the rock, and that was present in the film, which is fantastic to see. There was a whole snowboarding sequence between Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Robotnik was there as well. And, I mean, there's multiple snowboarding sequences from multiple Sonic games, so you guys can go back and check those out. But that was good to see, sticking to themes of the games. During the wedding sequence, you see a red plane fly by that says, like, congratulations to, I can't remember the two characters' names that are getting married, but clearly that red plane is from Sonic 2. And that gets incorporated into the story a little bit later on, but that was good to see. That plane's called the Tornado, so that was very awesome. Now, two other interesting ones are, at one point they hold up a picture of Sonic, and it's the Sanic like meme that's out there with the terrible drawing that's totally famous. If you guys have never seen it, please go look it up. It's like the most ridiculous thing. Just look up Sanic. It's Sanic. And what was probably my favorite Easter egg was when Robotnik and Agent Stone are working together, and Agent Stone doesn't know how to use the machine, and Robotnik's telling him to use the manual. And, you know, eventually Robotnik just kind of pushes him out of the way and starts using the controls. But then Agent Stone hops back on and, you know, figures out how to use it, and he holds up the manual, and it looks like a Sega Genesis manual. It has, you know, the box coloring and stuff, the black checkerboard and stuff. It was awesome. That was like my favorite part because it looked like a Genesis manual. Finally, the last thing is, I guess it's not really an Easter egg. It was a major plot point of the movie, but at the end, Sonic gains the Chaos Emerald, the Master Emerald, the green one, the big one, and it splits up into the smaller emeralds, which again is also from the games. But he does turn into Super Sonic, where he's, you know, that yellow golden color, and that was cool to see because that was, you know, a big point in the older games, of course. Finally, if you stayed throughout the end of the film, there was actually two different kind of credits. There was a credits that had, like, you know, Sonic looking like old school graphics, and they're going through like some of the credits at the end before they get into just, you know, the standard like black and white scrolling credits. And in between there was an end credit scene. The end credit scene clearly leaves the door open for Robotnik to come back. Agent Stone is on the ground. He's dressed up as one of the gun agents, and you don't see Robotnik dead or anything like that. So there's definitely a position for him to come back. But they also reference Project Shadow, and then they show you very briefly Shadow the Hedgehog, which is from Sonic Adventure 2. So clearly Shadow the Hedgehog is going to definitely be into play in the next film. It's clear that they're going to be doing another film. But also Jim Carrey said he might be retiring after this. So as I mentioned earlier, I can't imagine them continuing this on without Jim Carrey. It's going to be super awkward if they do bring back Robotnik and it's not Jim Carrey. I mean, if that were the case, I'd rather just leave him dead and try to figure out a different way to do the next Sonic game. But ultimately, they need to figure out a way to get Jim Carrey back, in my opinion. That's the only way that I'm 100% going to go see Sonic 3. If he's not in there, it's going to be really... I'll probably still see it, honestly, but not going to be happy about it. Anyway, overall, guys, I like the movie. You guys should go watch it. It's not going to be the best film of the year. It's not going to be winning Oscars or anything like that, at least for like their plot and, you know, that sort of thing. Maybe some of the voice acting. You know, the voice acting was pretty good in the film, so I did enjoy that quite a bit. But definitely worth a watch. Not a terrible movie, not a great movie, but a good movie. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you today. Please remember to go follow us on social media. It's @Nerdthusiast. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those things. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, ring the bell so you guys get notifications when our videos go live. Check us out over on podcast services as well. We have a variety of shows on there. Anchor.fm, you can find us on there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, a whole variety of different podcast services you can find our stuff at. Just search for @Nerdthusiast. And one of the most important things you guys can do for us is support us over on Patreon. It really does help us out a lot. You guys get early access to our videos. You get exclusive videos every month. There's poll topics you can vote on, just a whole variety of stuff. Plus, what you're putting over there on Patreon goes right back into making our shows better, and we really do appreciate it. If you guys want to follow me, I'm @FromNJ to CA over on Twitter. The 2 is a number 2. Until next time, you guys take care.